Hey guys, yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and do a bit of a quick vlog during my lunch hour. I've got about 33 minutes, or if you have 15, about 48 minutes, to go. But I wanted to come on here, kind of give you a vlog on what's been happening so far. Now, I do realize that during one of my channel updates that I said I was going to be doing some CAW League tournaments, finishing some up and all that. And I'm still going to do that. I mean, I have this Wednesday off, so there's a good chance that I will try to at least get one of them done. And that's somebody being a fool on the main Sperry Road, or Los Palmas, Sperry Avenue, with someone being an idiot. Um, Sorry about that. Uh, but yeah, basically, like I said, um, I've been, I haven't had a chance to finish up I think what is the singles, I think it's the singles wild card CAW men's tournament. I think I finished the tag team one. I gotta look at that. I don't know if I don't know. I haven't finished one of the CAW men's wild card tournament. I have to finish that. I'll have to do that and finish it. And I also have to do the 4th of July um, men's version of the Deathmatch Tournament. And maybe what I'm going to probably do is not, result into using the retain damage option in the tournament because of because of the fact that it just makes. I mean, I understand it makes the match and the tournament go quicker, but I think I'm just going to just take the retain. I'm just going to leave the retain damage thing off and just play it as is. Just let them be at 100% all the time. I mean, I understand that using the retain damage option in a deathmatch tournament, especially if you're doing a CAW version of it, makes it feel more authentic because you or the AI or you and another player have a chance to try to really prove who's the toughest. And even though it does work and it depends on how long you want to play the match, it's just one of those options that it makes it go a little quicker. And even though it does make it feel more closer to the real thing, it's basically something that I'm probably not going to do with the men's one. I mean, I tested it out. I may go back to it in future tournaments, but for now, I think I'm just going to go with just not using that option to retain damage. Going into the next match because like I said, it to me it makes it feel a little cheap. Like I know there are people that would be like, oh well, you just wanted to retain damage so that the person or the character you're playing as will have an easy win. And that might be true, but um, it's also been proven that it's not entirely true because I think one of the people that I played as, that retained a lot of damage, I think actually won a tournament, won a semifinal match. So, and that was the AI. But again, it's just an option that I'm probably not going to utilize when it comes to the men. But then again, I may not. I don't know really, but I'm just considering it right now. But yeah, those are two things that I have yet to complete when it comes to my WWE 2K19 CAW League DCWA. Um, Basically off the radar, but sort of semi off the radar kind of like events where there's some kind of aftermath or consequences, and you know that's about it. And speaking of my CAW leagues, I do have my bi-weekly or weekly shows I'm going to get back to. One of them, of course, is Women of Honor, the DCWA Women of Honor show for the CAW women roster that I have. And that one's going to be a unique one. It's going to be basically um, a salute to America. I got to see if there's a. I got to see if there's I'm pretty sure there's a logo that says salute to America. It's going to be something like that, and it's going to be kind of like a pay-per-view event, but it's mostly going to be like a special episode of Women of Honor. It's going to have the Women of Honor ring and all that, and it's going to be having the same location, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the arena, the Women of Honor arena, and then um, place and then kind of paste it, if you will, into one of the empty slots, or, and then utilize the copied version and kind of edit it a little bit to make it a Salute to America arena. That's the plan as of right now. And the matches I kind of have lined up, like I said, kind of tie into the wild card situation, if you will. For example, we know that the Women's Warrior, the CAW curated character of mine, Women's Warrior, that I've had as a creation, I've utilized as a creation as much as I can since I started playing the WWE games all the way back with like SmackDown versus Raw 2010, 2011. So basically, as you saw with that tournament, with that wild card tournament, that singles one, she ended up beating the champion, the women's world champion, Judy Hopps. Now, originally, I wanted it to be like a Money in the Bank briefcase kind of situation, but since they don't give you the option to do a tournament for a briefcase, a championship belt had to suffice. And so basically what that belt means is she can, storyline wise, cash in. And that's what I meant by the fact that these tournaments sort of have these sort of semi off the radar tournaments have a little bit of an impact on after effect on the regular season. So what that means is on the special edition of Women of Honor, the Salute to America, Women's Warrior is going to cash in the championship against Judy Hopps for a shot at the world title, and of the Judy Hopps CAW for a chance at the world title. So it's going to be really interesting. I'm still considering like what kind of, should it be just singles? Should it play off of the Deathmatch Tournament? You know, what should it be? And I'm probably going to go Extreme Rules maybe, because if I play as Judy, if I play as Judy, it gives me more of a fighting chance against the Women's Warrior character, because if you followed my channel and followed my CAW league, you would notice that the Women's Warriors had that women's US title for quite some time. And it's like, it's like it doesn't matter whether I'm playing as her or I'm playing against her and challenging for the belt, she always ends up winning. So hopefully by going maybe Extreme Rules, I have a better shot if I'm playing as Judy Hopps, if you know what I mean. The other after effect or aftermath, thanks to this semi off the radar tournament known as the Wild Card Tournament, is the tag team version. Of course, we had a tag team version, which was kind of like Lethal Lottery. That's kind of like how these tournaments were done. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, basically when I created these tournaments, I kind of did this a little bit as I was on my created roster to kind of pick out, what characters would face each other one-on-one in the singles version. And then I basically did the same thing with the tag team tournament to see who was going to team up with who. I didn't really have an idea until I saw it. And that's how I think Rogue, the CAW version of X-Men's Rogue, and Eve Heroine, that's the name of the CAW character that could be seen in other leagues like DCA, CCL, AWF, you name it. Basically, they ended up winning the tournament, which means they will get a shot at any championship they choose. So, of course, they want a shot at the World Tag Team Championship, the Women's World Tag Team titles, held by the CAW versions, created CAW versions of Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer from MLP. So, that's another match that's going to be probably on the Salute to America Women of Honor edition, or Women of Honor Salute to America edition. So look out for that. And there'll probably be some other matches as well. Um, what's now? Here's the thing. Will I live stream or will I, video capture? Well, I could live stream, but knowing how things are, especially during the summer, it'll probably be best if I just DVR. Again, just an opinion. But again, have to wait and see. If I live stream, you'll know, because I'll end up linking it to Twitter and Facebook. You'll know if I'm live streaming. That's a fact. But that's what I have planned there. And I also have plans for a CPV version of SummerSlam, my own CAW version of SummerSlam. I have plans for that. The DCWA SummerSlam, or maybe SummerSlam ... apostrophes, or whatever they're called, Bash at the Beach, or the SummerSlam Bash at the Beach kind of deal, or SummerSlam's Bash, the DCWA SummerSlam Bash at the Beach. That's probably what it's going to be. Take the two names, put them into one. So be on the lookout for that CPV event when it occurs. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm probably going to do. I know this sounds like more like an update than a vlog, but I'm just letting you guys kind of know why I haven't, kind of updated on the CAW stuff lately over the past past week or so. It's mainly due to the fact that, of course, a lot of things have been going on recently. I mean, it's the summer, so as I've always mentioned, the summer kind of changes my schedule around. So I have to work around that. But besides that, other things have been going on too. Like, my family recently, of course, we celebrated the 4th. And then my family, of course, had a baby shower because one of my family members, mostly my niece, is going to have a baby. So we had a little bit of a shower for her this past weekend, and that was about it. It wasn't a big shower or anything. It was just a small shower because what's going on lately kind of prevents that from happening. I mean, honestly, there were plans to do a shower and everything, but nothing came of it. Nothing really came of those original plans because of what's going on. Basically you can thank the rise, the surge, if you will, in new cases, which, honestly, a lot of people don't buy. I have family that's like looking at it and saying it's nothing more than political, because honestly, you can't argue with that. You really can't, because when you look at the timing of the sudden surge in cases, it's like, it's kind of ironic that there's a surge happening all of a sudden, just as when just around the same time Trump is starting to what's the word I'm looking for? What else is that? Sorry about that, but like I said, it's kind of ironic that you're suddenly seeing these surge in cases just around the same time that Trump wants to start up campaign rallies once again to for his bid at a re-election. So a lot of people kind of find it hard to believe the numbers, and a lot of people pointed out. You look at Facebook, you look at Twitter, you look all over the news and people's reactions. You look at people here on YouTube, people that have their own conservative-like shows where they basically say the things that the media doesn't say, and they basically talk about the fact that the news talks about all these numbers of positive cases that have come out of all these people hospitalizations, but yet they're not giving you the other numbers, like the numbers that show how much things have improved and stuff like that. So that ties in basically into you know things being hard to believe. And like I said, this is why members of my family feel that it's more politically based than anything else. Heck, I had a family member during the shower even mention the saying that's used in a lot of memes lately on social media. And that saying that's used in the memes is, well, aren't you worried about the virus next year? It's like, aren't you worried about the virus next year? And then and then you have another picture that says, no, because 2021 is not an election year. That's basically what one of my family members used. They used that same saying that, you know, basically, if somebody asked them, aren't you worried about the virus next year? And they could say, no, because 2021 is not an election year. So yeah, it's kind of like, you can kind of see where they're coming from with, with how they feel about how they feel about this whole situation. But yeah, like I said, original plans call for us to be elsewhere, in another building that was going to be rented out or rented to us for free. Thanks to another family member or close acquaintance to the family. So yeah, basically the event was supposed to be a lot more different, and a lot more people were supposed to be there, but because of the sudden surge in cases, that was not to be. So what are you going to do? But yeah, it's just one of those situations that's been going on. I can say though that during the shower, after everything was said and done, and everybody was just relaxing and kind of letting things set in, if you will. I can say that I got as you could probably notice, and you probably noticed this in the other videos, I got my hair cut. And the reason I got my hair cut is because my niece's boyfriend is a barber. He recently graduated from, I think, the barber school. I'll put it that way. It's easier for me to say. And he did my hair. So on the day/night of the shower, so I was finally able to get that hair finally taken down a few notches, if you know what I mean. And it feels a lot better. As a matter of fact, my glasses here fit a lot better. What they were doing lately was just like falling down, and I think it's because I had so much hair grown out that it was causing them to to slip, and that wasn't helping me at all, if you know what I mean. Um, but besides that, one of the other, but besides that, you know, you know, not really much going on besides that, I should say, you know, besides that, not like I said, not really much going on. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm just keeping an eye on things right now. But like I said, not really much going on besides that. Uh, I'll put it this way. My schedule as of right now, unless it's changed, has me working not just today, which I only have about, as soon as I clock in, maybe about 2.5 hours to go, but it has me working 4.5 tomorrow, and then it has me off in the middle of the week. Then it has me doing another 4.5 the next 2 days after that, and then I'm off on the weekend. So yeah, it's kind of a more relaxed, lightened schedule as of right now, but that could change. They can honestly change. I mean, here's the thing. When I clocked in today, one of the things I wanted to do was go to my GTA, which is basically our time, basically the home section for us to utilize our paid time off or our personal paid time off, just in case we're late by maybe 15, 20 minutes or 15 or 30 minutes. And when I went onto it, it wasn't working. It said it's private. It could, it's private. It could be, it's private. And so when I went to advance, I wanted to try to go, it wouldn't move, it wouldn't go anywhere. So when I pressed advance, it said, could be, there was mentioning of hacks and all that. And it's like, okay, well, why is this happen? It's like, what's going on here? So I wasn't able to, put my 15 minutes in that I was over. Basically, I was supposed to be here at 9:30, at 9:30, but I was 15 minutes late. So so usually what I do is I put in 9:30 to 9:45 and add in the 15 minutes, and it's automatically approved by the system as far as I know. But it wouldn't let me in. It wouldn't let me do anything like that. So I have to do that later on. Now, I was told by one of the assistant managers that it's up and running, so we'll see what's going on there. And speaking of my assistant manager, she was actually able to help me fix something that I was hoping to get fixed a long time ago. You see, I don't know when and where it happened, but about several weeks ago, I lost my badge. And you have to have your badge on. And my store manager, who recently came back from a bad accident, thank God for that, basically told me it's the fourth time I've seen you without your badge. You need your badge, because if you don't have your badge, you got to go home. You can't work. So thankfully, we had an assistant manager there that helped me out, and she got me my new badge, which was 5 years. I also got a new button which says 5 years, because the other button apparently broke. The back of it broke. So I had to get all that taken care of, and thank God I did. She even gave me not one, but two extra barcodes. Like they have my identification number on it for my job. Not my WIN number as it's called, but something else that allows me to slide it in the time clock and clock out or clock in. So she gave me that. So she gave me an additional two, along with the one on the back of my badge, so I can have something to clock in with, just in case I lose one or the other. So I got that taken care of, thank God. But yeah, really not much going on besides that. I mean, obviously I did upload a couple of new videos. One is definitely getting a lot of responses lately, or recently, in just the past, not even 24 hours. I think it's less than that, 12 hours at the most. And of course, I have some other videos I have upcoming as well. In fact, I have a review. It's a double review, one video double review on my two new cameras, my GoPro and my new 1080p Reefer webcam. And I also have a special Topics on My Mind video that I did last night with my Canon camera, my Canon HFR 500 camera. So those videos have to be put together, edited, to be seen so I can show you guys later on. I do have other videos upcoming. I have a package video, I think package opening video I have probably scheduled for later on today. I don't know if I'm going to do it live or just by camera. And then I have other packages upcoming this week and in the next week or so. Oh, that I'll be probably doing, as well as getting ready for about a week from now, because a week from now I will be celebrating 41 years. It will be my 41st birthday a week from this Saturday. But anyway though, guys, let me see what time it is. Yeah, I gotta get back in, but I just thought I'd come on here, do this bit of a live vlog, lunchtime vlog, if you will. Let you know what's up, what's going on, catch you up on things, give you a bit of an update, not much, and really that's about it. So I'm gonna go back inside, guys, and get something to eat real quickly before I clock in. But let me know what you all think down below, comment if you like. Thank you all for watching, and I am out. God bless, take care.